I'm getting a BMW badge for mine, I think.
And we got a beefed up Miata. It was like, I guess like 2020, just watered down and full of hopelessness. What is up, y'all? Welcome back. We are clearly in the man cave. Been a while since we've done a video in here, and I'm kind of excited. I think the last I left off, I dropped my engine covers off, or no, I was sanding the engine covers down to take them to get painted. Well, I've dropped them to the painter now, but it's not so much paint. I'll get into this more when we do the pickup of the cover so you guys can kind of see it, and we'll go through what exactly a Cerakote is. But yeah, I've decided to go against the traditional kind of powder coating or like 2-pack painting the covers. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more durable than a powder coat and wasn't as thick. So that kind of left me with not as many options. And it just happened to be that one of my friends was getting some wheels done, and I thought to myself, you know what, that might work. So I explored it a little bit, saw some of the colors that were offered, and saw his colors in person, and yeah, pulled the trigger on it. I posted a picture on my little YouTube thing. I don't know, it's like Instagram feed for YouTube. I don't know. I'm gonna use that more often though. But posted a picture on there asking you guys about colors, and I saw a lot of good, recommendations and choices. A lot of red, a lot of midnight purple, a couple of blues. But yeah, color-wise, I kind of want to not do the normal, red, blue, millennium jade, silver kind of colors. I wanted to do something you don't really see too often. And to be honest, I have yet to see anyone Cerakote their engine covers. I'm a little nervous, but I think it's gonna come up really good. Sydney Cerakote's doing it, so I'll explain the process and everything when we go pick him up from him. Simon, awesome dude. We'll meet him soon. But before we get into that, I'm actually gonna go and help out Andrew from Motive. He's doing some kind of a night photo shoot with 2 Supras, well, 2 BMWs, and I might be able to drive one, so I figured I'd take you guys along. So yeah, let's go see how the BMW drives. Knockety knock knock. Oh dang, this thing does look good. Now this new Supra's pretty dope. I'm actually kind of excited here. That is very BMW. But yeah, so I'm just gonna help Andrew. He's doing some filming of his Supra, and I'm gonna run a little traffic blocking for him so we can get some sweet shots. First impressions, to me, it's a BMW. That's what I get. It's BMW, but super fun to drive. It looks awesome, and it's got like Supra-esque things about it, but it's definitely not like a proper homage to the Mark IV Supras. Like the inside, the gauges aren't pointed at you. The power is there. The street presence is there. Dang, that Audi though. The street presence is there. It looks killer. The power is there, but it just doesn't give me that Supra, it doesn't give you that. I don't know how to put that into words, but it is a killer car. It drives awesome. The gearbox isn't too bad, and yeah, I'm having a blast with it. So now we are, what, I don't know, 15 minutes into driving this thing, and I gotta say, it doesn't scream Toyota Supra, but it does give you some Supra-esque things, like the power, the seating position, how you're like really just kind of inside of this car is really nice. It is pretty fun to drive for the limited time that I've had it. I gotta say, it puts a smile on your face. Is it Mark IV-esque? No, not at all. In fact, I think it's more BMW than it is anything else. And I know everybody's like, BMW jokes. I'm being serious. driving quite a few M cars and driving BMWs in general, the door chimes, the center window, how everything is positioned in the car, it just really screams BMW. So I can't put it as a predecessor to a Mark IV, but it is a fun to drive car. The other thing that I really do like about this car is the Mark IV Supra had street presence. And when you're talking about cars, sometimes it's not so much of an important factor, but I've got one in the rear view right now, and I can tell you it's got a lot of presence. Those lights look incredible behind me. Like, if this is behind you, you know exactly what it is. There's no denying that you've got a Supra behind you. Or a BMW.
I'm getting a BMW badge from mine, I think.
As a Supra, I'm not a fan, because it just doesn't scream Supra to me. But as a fun car to drive and enthusiast car, really, it's pretty awesome. I gotta give it the credit it does deserve. All right, so we just stopped. We're gonna get some shots at the Harbor Bridge and the Opera House in the background.
Don't give away my secrets,
This
Tato.
is a
Come on,
killer
man.
spot, man.
Come on, bro.
This is a killer
I
spot.
know how this spot works. I've used it a few times. I shot the Forza Horizon GTS and GTR here as well, in the day.
This is such a killer spot. Like the bridge, everything, it just, oh,
Yeah.
this is gorgeous.
And the other side, you got Luna Park. You can actually line the car up so Luna Park's on.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it in the background over there. This is killer. This is killer. All right, so we're back in the cave, and was gonna go through another little project I've got going on with you guys, but I'm gonna probably save that for the next video because I just realized how long it's gonna take me to kind of get through it all, because it is kind of a big project. I'll give you a hint, it's to do with fuel. That Supra was awesome. I got it, like I said, I gotta give it credit where it's due. It was killer to drive. I enjoyed every second of it, but as someone that's kind of grew up with the whole 90s Supra vibe, that thing just doesn't feel like a predecessor of that. But then again, we said the same thing about the R35. When the R35 came in, everyone hated it because it was nothing like the Skyline. They disenfranchised themselves from the Skyline badge and just completely kind of, it felt like they erased that lineage. Now so much people don't necessarily feel that way, but I mean, this thing's been around for ages now. So maybe we'll grow on the new BMW, the new Supra. But yeah, for me, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't have like that 90s era kind of return that I guess everyone was kind of expecting, especially with Toyota kind of giving you the FT1 concept tout for years. Like, we were expecting a long nose, really aggressive line, like supercar fighter, and we got a beefed up Miata. Sorry, but it's the truth. I'm not trying to be harsh on it. It's a killer car. It just, once you get past the outer layer of that thing, there is no more Toyota Supra. The minute you open the door and you close the door and you sit in there, it's German engineering from then on out, which Andrew said is not a bad thing, and I kind of agree, but you don't buy a Japanese car for Euro. You buy a Euro car if you want Euro. You buy this because it gives you that feeling of, holy crap, I need to control this thing because it wants to steer me into the next tree. Like, at least that's what driving a GTR is for me. Most of the 90s era's cars gave you that feeling of you taming the car. And it was there, but it wasn't as prominent. Like, it was just, it was like, I guess like 2020, just watered down and full of hopelessness. But like I said, it's a great car. It's an awesome enthusiast car. And gotta give Andrew some shout out thanks, because wouldn't have probably had the chance to drive a new 2020 Supra had he not called me up and said, hey, come run blocker for me. But so thank you. Next video, I'm gonna get into the fueling setup of the GTR. Hopefully we've got some more news on the covers. I've got a special engine brace update for you guys, and we should have some more updates on the long block. So I've got pretty a lot of stuff coming. We're in that mode now where everything should just start happening. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube jazz stuff. Go to the description, buy some stickers. I probably should have said that in the beginning of the video.